Yeah. Okay, so in Likutei Mohoran, Rabbeinu talks about that there's two kinds of people. There's someone who used to be a tzaddik, who used to be a really righteous person, and they long for the world. They long for things they shouldn't long for. They think they're missing something, and and when they sigh, sorry about my Taliban clothes here, just a coincidence. Um, when that person sighs, they sigh, oh, like they're missing the world, and they're getting drawn towards that which isn't going to serve them well. And then there's another kind of person, the kind that Rebbe Nachman wants us to be. That's the kind of person who they feel very far from God. They feel very far from their ultimate purpose. And when they sigh, there's a sigh of longing, and that longing is propelling them in the right direction. So he's saying when we feel a depression, when we feel longing, it can paralyze us or it can inspire us. And he says that we have an umbilicus, like a baby's umbilical cord. We have an umbilicus connecting us in either direction, and that every moment we have a choice to move either direction. And yeah, it takes a year to build a house and 1 second to light the match that burns it down. So what a great thing that each moment we can start to build our good destiny, and what a dangerous thing that every moment we can fall from our path. I've been really working on my speech, the power of positive speech. There's a book called The Hafetz Haim. It gives all the laws of how to be careful with our speech. And it's said that the son of the Hafetz Haim, he basically mostly stopped talking because he realized how difficult it is to say only positive things. Very, very touchy, right? So our breath and our speech, every moment of our life, we can use it to go in the right direction. And every moment of our life, it can take us on a fall. And the two things really go together. If we're trying to perfect our breath, then we're less likely to speak in the wrong way. My Tai Chi master back in the day, he once said that to me. That there's a thing in Tai Chi when you do the breathing, you keep your tongue on the top of the roof of your mouth and just breathe through your nose. And he said one of the benefits of this is you end up not talking as much. It also has a deep wisdom to it. There's a central energy channel that comes up your spine, and there's a central energy channel that comes up your stomach, and one energy channel ends in the top of the mouth, and the other energy channel ends at the tip of the tongue. So when you connect those, it's connecting an energy circuit in your body, and not to mention that when you breathe like this, you a lot of saliva will gather in your body, and when you swallow that, it's very good for the digestion, all the enzymes in the saliva. And it's said in Buddhism and Taoism, it's said that when you're really meditating on a deep level, your body produces its own medicine, and then you swallow it down. Like the certain enzymes and chemicals will get secreted, and you swallow that down, and you actually start like a self-containing loop inside yourself. And so to really master that sighing that Rebbe Nachman's talking about, to feel like how far we are from our goal, that's connected to a perfection of the breathing. And to master that breathing, we have to, in general, control our speech. See, it's one self-contained wisdom. So to study the laws of speech, it's very in the beginning we feel very constricted. We start realizing, oh my gosh, I can't function naturally. It's just like in the beginning of Tai Chi when we practice, it's very exacting and it takes us a long time to relax into it till it feels natural. And it might feel daunting in the beginning, how to accustom ourselves to something that's a much higher system. It might feel daunting, so we don't even want to start. But like Rebbe Nachman saying, oh, we sigh and we think, okay, to master the breath, to master the speech, to master energy, and so on and so forth. There's really no better time than the present, as they say. And everyone should get a lot of blessing from these practices. If I can help you in any way, whether for pay or for volunteer, please ask me. I love to help whoever I can. And this Torah is very special because Rebbe Nachman's saying that it's natural to always tune into how far we are from our goals. Anything I say, if you're an atheist or you're another religion, you can really just translate it into your thing. You know, if you're an atheist but you have a great career goal, you can translate that longing for your great career goal to like strive towards that. Or if you're in the Taliban and you have a great longing, God forbid, to destroy the world through a jihad, you could translate your longing into that. There's actually I did a little research about the Taliban. My understanding, which might not be perfect, is that there's a large group of there's a large contingent, mostly of Jews that whatever, the Taliban are connected to the Pathans, and the Pathans are seen by a lot of people as a lost tribe of the Jews. It's you can do a lot of research on it, and so I've met a lot of Jews that think the Pathans are going to come back towards supporting the Torah and the Jews and basically turn the tide. But then I also saw research from like the ISIS types that think the Pathans are going to be the big force that crushes the Jews once and for all. So it should be for the good. It should all be for the good. I was visiting a new friend this week, and I told him that I used to be. He works with some Muslims in his store, and so I told him I used to be in Islam. So right away he translated to the Muslims that were standing there. One of them gave me a really scary look, and I told the kid, listen, he's a young kid, he's 20. I said, listen, if someone was once a Muslim and they quit, there could be a law in Islam where the other Muslims are obligated to kill that person. So I said, tell those guys that I never took Shahada. I never completely converted to Islam. I was just studying it. I was around it. I was more around the Sufis. And I was just talking to someone this week who's they were connected to one of the famous Sufis, and we agreed that the future of Islam is Sufism. Like the as the world of Islam becomes Sufi, it'll be a more peaceful world. The Sufis, you can call them the Kabbalists of Islam. So when the whole world of Islam comes to Sufism, the Jews and the Muslims for sure will get along. That's basically the solution to the Middle East crisis, is encourage the Muslims to become Sufi wherever possible and how possible. All right, longer topic. And so let's, as a takeaway from this video, let's all constantly sigh from a place of hope. We sigh from a place of hope and not sigh from a place of despair. Okay, blessings for Shalom.